I'm quite aware probably could have spoke that whole intro, but I wanted a dramatic whiteboard intro. So yeah, actors awareness. This is a thing started up by a boy called Tom, like a campaign awareness thing for working class actors. I don't know if you guys know that I do acting. I've studied at drama school in London. I've been doing acting since I was like 5. I love it. I've always done it, and I've been aware for a little while that people from working class backgrounds don't really get as much recognition or as much opportunities or noticed really at all because we are working class. And Tom has started up a campaign for people to start noticing us, and it's great. And this vlog is to make more awareness on that actors awareness campaign. We can't afford most things, like auditions these days for a drama school is £50 just to do an audition. Mine was 20, luckily I got in, but if you don't get in, you don't get that money back. Some people can't afford to even go to auditions. Tuition fees for schools, like for some unis, are ridiculous. I wanted to go to RADA and it was £9 a year, and I would have had to got a massive student loan now if I wanted to do that. I didn't go to Princeton or Eton. I went to a normal secondary school, went to a normal primary school, went to a normal college. I can't afford the luxuries that most people can afford. The people that have money usually are the ones that get noticed by people, which is really unfortunate. Although they may have, don't get me wrong, they may be amazing at acting, like unbelievable. Like Eddie Redmayne and Benedict Cumberbatch are really good actors, but they both went to very prestigious schools and they could afford it. Some people can't afford it, so this is the awareness of that. Ticket prices at theatres for most shows are £50 plus. You know, it really depends on what you're seeing, but if you want to get into acting, I know that I like to go and see shows, and it inspires people that actually want to do acting then when they go and see a show. And if they can't afford to go and see a show, the inspiration's not really there. They have to just watch it on TV and things. So it's really annoying that ticket prices for some things. I mean, I've seen a ticket price for Les Mis for £150. 150 quid to go and see Les Mis. I love Les Mis and I've never seen it and I really want to go and see it, but I'm not paying £150. I'm just not. And it is really disappointing that we live in a society today where you have to pay that much money to enjoy the arts. To get anywhere really in acting, agents want to see a showreel. They sometimes like to read a CV, but it's rare. They'd rather see a 2-minute video of you doing acting, and it costs money to have a showreel, and it costs money to edit a showreel and to get a good showreel that someone would actually want to see. Luckily for me, in my drama school, you get showreels with it, but I didn't pay for my tuition for drama school. I couldn't afford it. My mum paid it for me, but it was over time that she paid it for me. And if it weren't for my mum, I wouldn't be in drama school at the moment, and I'm so thankful for that. Some people can't afford to pay for a drama school, so luckily I get showreels out of my drama school. But you know, if there's some people in my school that only paid for 1 term and they don't get showreels out of it, they just get 1 term and that's it. It depends on what you can afford, and it's ridiculous to think that editing a tiny video is just a lot of money. And getting headshots done, like you need headshots to get into acting, they cost a good like £80 for like three pictures. Or I know you can go out and find a photographer that you know and edit them yourself, or find a friend that does good editing. I paid £80 for mine and I got 6, and luckily he's a friend and he said if you wanted to get them redone then we'll do it for nothing, which is great. But you know, some people can't even afford headshots, and like that's like one major thing that you need when it comes to acting. Also, I get sent things from the stage, like, oh, there's an extra in a film, or there's a part in a film that'd be good for you, but you need to sign up to our membership and pay for it each year to apply for that job. There's a lot of casting people and a lot of acting websites that make you pay for a membership for you to audition for things, and it angered me a lot. And I got the email through actually today saying that there was a part in a play that Nicole Kidman's in and Matt Lucas is in, and you'd be good for it, but you have to pay for the membership, so for you to apply for it. And I just thought, you know what, no, I turned my phone off and just looked away from it, because I can't afford to pay for a yearly membership to the stage. I can't. And there's probably a lot of people out there that can't either. I know there's probably ways around finding the auditions, but I couldn't really find one. They were all within websites and things where you have to pay for membership to apply for that audition, and it's not fair. It's really not fair on people at all. Also, another thing, people look down on you and kind of judge you on if you have an accent. Like, they don't like, for me, my accent's very common, I can put on different accents, so it's not really that big a deal. But some people may be amazing at accents, but maybe amazing at acting, but they can't do an accent. So they'll just get typecast as not good for the role, not good for doing Hamlet if you can't even try and put on an accent. If you're like Welsh or Scottish, they're just a bit like, people look down on you for not being, it's not posh is not the word I want to use, but not being, not speaking proper English. They kind of think, well, but if there's a role for a working class role, the best people to play working class roles are working class actors. But they probably wouldn't hire a working class actor, they'd hire someone higher up, someone with more money, someone who's gone to a better school, someone who could afford to go to a better school, someone who could afford to get good lessons, someone that could afford to get good speaking lessons. I'm great at speaking. My speaking lessons are second to none. That's basically what I wanted to talk about today. A lot of people have got on board on it. It was quite a big trend on Twitter. I don't know if I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have seen This Is England or know about the series or the film, but the cast of This Is England have got involved and trying to get actors awareness for working class actors. I will leave links in the description for all the Twitters, the Facebook, the website, how you can get involved. There is a meeting on the 26th of September in London, and I will leave, if you live in London or you live near, I don't live in London, I live in Harlow in Essex, but that's just near London. I'm going to go to this meeting because it's important. If you're an actor, you're a working class actor, and you feel the same about this and you live in London and you want to do something about it, then get involved. Come to the meeting. I will leave everything in the description below that you need to know about this, because it's a big we need change. I'm glad it's happening in my generation where I can benefit from it. There needs to be some sort of change where working class actors get noticed, get recognised and get jobs out of it, because there's people out there that are amazing actors and they just get ignored because of where they've come from or how little money they have. I'm not trying to bash any single agency or people that do that, but it's a thing that happens and it needs to stop because it's so unfortunate. I'm one of them working class actors and I want change, and I hope that if you're one of them that you'd want change as well. A little plug to myself there. It's great. I was a production company before I started being my own YouTube channel, and then I couldn't change my Twitter, so it's Fanny and Produc. So, thank you so much for coming and seeing me today and witnessing this little vlog. Hopefully, if you have anything to do with acting and working class acting and you feel passionate about it, then you'll follow the links below and you'll get involved. I really hope you do. It's a good cause. And something needs to be done, and hopefully together we can all do it. So yeah, thank you for coming and seeing me today. Push all those lovely little buttons at the bottom, like, share, fave, subscribe, all that. Remember to follow your dreams no matter how small they are, and I'll see all of you beautiful people in the next one. Bye! I was trying to think of something else to say and I couldn't, so I was just drawing a picture of me and a unicorn. As you can see, the unicorn is rideable because it has a saddle, and it's also creepy as shit.